Good morning, Aries. How are you? I'm here to do your reading for the week of March 30th. So this week, Mercury goes retrograde on the 1st in our sign. And on Friday, Aries moves into Venus. So we'll have a little less water than we have in the past. However, all those planets, as I mentioned in last week's reading, are responding to Mars in Pisces. So they still have a watery feel to them. And so this period of kind of like waiting, treading water as we wait to see, what unfolds definitively after this April 8th eclipse is kind of the energy. And I know we hate a wait and see. Oh, but see, now this is, okay, so I picked up this deck. The last time I used this deck, I think this came out and it was for a daily read. So like I said, it's like the energy is not the energy we like, but it's still good, right? And where it leads is good. So even though you may be like a little bit frustrated, do keep an optimistic point of view, right? Just enjoy the moment of sitting still for a second or watching and waiting to see what everyone else does, waiting to see how everyone else reveals themselves. So, because we like strategy, right? And we like reading the room and seeing how to put the pieces together. So this is one of those moments. Yes, it's usually the time of the year when we run forward. There will be that moment, don't worry. Right now is kind of like get your popcorn, sit back, watch everyone else. Watch what's going on around you. Pay attention. And know that whatever happens now is a gift, right? The people that leave, the people that reveal themselves, the Freudian slips, the things that people say, it's all good right now. And it's going to be one of those moments where you're like, oh, thank God. So there is still good juju. You may not be able to move forward as much as you would like. And of course, everybody's situation is different. If you're in a 1 year, then this is a year of new beginnings, but you may just be waiting on some final decisions or waiting to hear about certain things, or you may change your mind on something. Of course, when Mercury goes retrograde, we tend to change wherever we jumped in about like, oh, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to partner with this person, or I'm going to move to this place. We get some information that's like, hold up. Here's something you need to know about that person, place, or thing. So don't be frustrated if things undo themselves. Don't be frustrated if things are taking a while. Look at all the sakura. All right, so the challenge is the 8 of Pentacles, right? And 8 of Pentacles is in the normal tarot is getting it done, moving it forward, seeing things blossom and bloom. But as you can see by the energy in these cards, right? Look at all those really pretty cherry blossoms that are coming up. Beautiful sun. Like, go out and look at the pretty trees, look at the flowers. Just know that like things are blooming in your life, whether you're there to push them forward or not, right? Pisces is all about let go and let God. And that's kind of what's happening now, which we don't like because we don't like moments where we're like, can't control it. Like I said, grab your popcorn, go look at the trees, have a picnic. You want to work to make things incredible. Right now, the power is not in your hands. It's much higher. It's operating at a higher level. So let that happen. Take a break. I know that sounds crazy, take a break in Aries season, but take a break. It's like a stop and smell the roses kind of situation. All right, let's get the lesson for the week, March 30th. What'd I say? Horus, cosmic gateway. Everything has its time. Your thoughts are magic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Miraculous means that you're not necessarily involved, right? It's happening around you. There is a gateway that you are walking through, whether you want to or not. The change is happening. So even if you're not there to drive it, it's still happening. So, and since there's like retrogrades and eclipses and planets changing signs, don't feel the obligation to, it's not you putting in the work that's going to make it happen. Okay, I don't know why I felt like this deck is so hard to shuffle, but because I wanted like pretty cards, there was something before I started that was like, I want the pretty cards, the nice cards. Also because this is called the Good Tarot. So I was drawn to picking it up, even though I don't love shuffling this deck. It's a little laborious, but it was, to me, it was like about, surrounding myself with things of beauty, things that are soft, things that are kind, and that's kind of the energy to embrace right now. Okay, and voila, 10 of Pentacles, first card out, right? Go enjoy, live life, enjoy your life, feel abundant. That's why it wanted me to pick up this card, because it's like, oh, it's such a pretty card. High Tower and the Hierophant. Okay, so we have 10 of Earth, 10 of Pentacles, the Tower card, and the Hierophant. I want one more. I feel like that's not enough. What do we have here? Oh, God, 3 major arcana. Transformation. That is the Death card that came up in last week's reading as well, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, stay in your like happy space. Let things happen around you. Let people reveal themselves. Let change happen. Let commitment happen, or commitments be broken, right? Like, you stay here in the blessings area, and also know that anything that happens now, Tower, Hierophant, transformation, is a gift, right? That's what this blessings card is. And that's why we have these cards to remind us. Now, remember, the reading from last week was perseverance. It was like, don't give up. And it had that card with the woman like whispering in her ear. Like, it's all for good. May not be the way you would have executed it, but it's all a gift to bring you to a state of abundance, right? You're having trouble with the 8 of Pentacles, but because the universe is working on 10. So know that there is a time to everything. Miraculous changes are occurring. For miraculous changes to occur, sometimes you gotta ruffle a few feathers, right? I still want more info on this Hierophant card. I always find the Hierophant to be kind of a weird thing. He's a little like stiff, a little about rules, a little about tradition. Oh, that one certainly wanted to come out. So, okay, King of Air. So there may be King of Air, 2 things. Could be energy that you're being asked to embody. Very cold, detached, observant, right? Wise. Be smart about the things you say, the things you do, the people you engage with. Could also be that there is a male air sign or a masculine energied air sign in your environment that is responsible for making large shifts happen in your life. You may be offered, like, out of nowhere, a really good job, a really good commitment, some sort of commitment that's going to make you feel very powerful, completely unexpected, doing something totally different than you thought you would be doing. You know, but it, like I said at the beginning, what I also said about, like, the birds, right? Got to ruffle a few feathers. Just watch. Like, watch with eagle eyes. Oh, and there's also, oh my God, there's birds everywhere here, right? Bird, 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 bird. Birds are a sign of, are harbingers of information associated with Mercury. Yes, so underlining the importance of this Mercury retrograde right here. Also potentially talking about air signs in your midst. You may have an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I'm getting less Libra, more Gemini and Aquarius, who are helping you out, who bring you something that you didn't expect. But yeah, change, lots of change. Two big change cards here. A card of commitment, a card of seriousness, of reaching the top levels, the maximum of abundance, right? Like, everything here is pointing to top class, right? We have three major arcanas. We have the 10 of Pentacles, can't get higher. We have the King of Air, can't get higher. These are important shifts, right? And I think the reason why the challenge is the 8 of Pentacles there is because our mind may be we may be trying to manifest smaller than we actually are. And so if we take our hands off the wheel and trying to make our 8 happen, the universe is going to conspire to make the 10 happen. Let's get some last words of advice here. I mean, Goddess Kali in Black Obsidian, Sacred Revolution, Pluto and Aquarius, you know, this is, Kali is the Plutonic energy. This is big changes, huge shifts. Now, they may be internal for some of us. For many, they may be external. Watch your thinking. Stay optimistic. Stay detached, right? Don't marry mentally, and there's that Hierophant, don't mentally marry any vision of what you think your life should look like. Stay open to what could be, because it looks like it could be a little bit different than what you had in mind, right? You were like, yeah, I want an 8. That's the sign of abundance. I'm into that. Here's what I'm planning. And the universe is like, I've got a 10 around the corner for you. So if you could, like, take your hands off the wheel for a second and just sit back, enjoy life for a minute, go get a picnic. Let me do what I have to do here. Keep your head in a right space. But I'm on it. Let's read this. And this is a 10, right? I get such good energy. So it's weird because there's, like, cards that normally you don't want to see in a reading. And that's funny that I went for the nice one, because I think if we had the Tower and the Death card in the regular one, everybody be like, clicking out. So that must have been why they wanted me to pick up this deck. But the energy I get off this table is so good. All All right, so let's read this. It says, we bring you the empowerment of sacred revolution. Revolution comes when a cycle of authority or power is ending. It has become inadequate for the task of leadership now required, and a new order must be established in its place. And remember, this is what I said 2 weeks ago, right? That the change isn't just like you get a promotion, right? This is like a massive shift. It's not simply a chapter within a book drawing to a close, but an entirely new book. Perhaps an entirely new genre opening up according to divine will unfolding. In such cases, subtle change is not going to cut it. You need radical action to bring about the new order. So if you're a little resistant, as we can be, I'm right there with you. If you're a little resistant, it's going to take the universe stepping in to make big changes, to take things away from us that, we've maybe have been trying to manifest, and we thought that those were our abundance manifestations. And it's like, nope, I got to clear this out because this is 10 here. And you're operating at a different level. So if you lose things, if things go away, do not suffer over them, because it is to move you to a better place, to take you higher than you thought you needed to go, to put you on a completely different path. You need radical action to bring about the new order. The new order may be in your world or in your own being. All right, some of you may be having spiritual awakenings. You may discover religion, whatever religion that is. You may suddenly open up to the mysteries of the universe. You can become born again Christians. You can suddenly become Buddhist, like whatever. There's some sort of spiritual awakening here as well. When revolution is sacred, the new order will be that which allows you to become more of yourself to successfully attain your spiritual goals, right? Which is what Saturn in Pisces has been about, and Mars is meeting up with Saturn in Pisces to deliver. Horus is Saturn. So that's an important transit. All right, but like I said, I know they're like scary cards, or that you wouldn't normally want to see in a reading. The only thing missing here is like a 3 of Swords. But like I said, the energy here is very good. Remain detached so that what needs to be done can be done. And know that whatever it is, even if it's frustrating, right? Because you're like, I put this whole plan together and at the last second it fell apart. There's a reason. There is a reason why. You may not know it yet. You may not know it for a little while. But miraculous changes are occurring. All right. Good luck out there. See you next week. Take care.